Hi guys, and welcome back to another update video. So this video is going to be for the month of April. Firstly, I just want to thank all of you guys for your continued support of the channel. We're now at 7,500 subscribers, and I was really expecting, as a channel just to get to 1,000, and that would be it. So to get to this point already, it's absolutely nuts, and all I can really do is just thank you guys for the support that you've given the channel and the kind of interaction that you've given with the channel as well, because pretty much all of the content that you guys are seeing is kind of requested by you, and kind of I always take in the comments and kind of use that and try and make the channel more of a channel for you guys, of what you guys want to see. And I think that's going to be something that I'm going to continue to do pretty much forever with this channel, at least. So I just want to thank you guys. I would thank you individually, but brings me on to the next subject, which is the comments. Earlier in the month of March, I actually got to the point where it was getting so difficult to actually comment back. I used to be a channel that just commented back to everybody, and now it's got to the point where it's just very, very difficult. One day I woke up, looked at my comments, and I had 177 sitting there, and it takes a couple of hours to get through those. So I had to make a decision just to stop replying to all of them. I do occasionally, pop in and reply to a couple of them. But it's become too time consuming, really. It's just too much, which I'm a bit sad about, that I've had to got to that point where I can't really interact with you guys on that level, on a real personal commenting back level. But what I'm going to do now is probably start doing an FAQ, and I'll start mixing that in with this video, with the update videos. So the frequently asked questions that come up in the comments, I still read every comment, I just don't reply to them now. So the things that come up quite often, I'll actually answer those in the video, and I'll answer it in this video a little bit later on. I'll get onto the more important subjects and things like that. So in March as well, I decided to take a break, and it's actually been the first break that I've actually taken from YouTube since starting all the way, I think, back August or September, somewhere around that time. I've taken a week off before, but I've actually been recording instead of actually taking a week off. So this has been the first time that I've actually just gone no recording, no building or anything like that. Just take some time for myself, and it's really good. It's really put things into perspective, and maybe think about what I want to get from the channel, and taking all the input and the changes that will be coming up in the future as well. So I've had some time to actually think about that, what I want to do, and the main change which is going to be is there will be less videos. The main reason being, currently I build something, I'll then tutorial it, record it, edit it, and I'll throw it out. It doesn't really feel like I'm putting enough time into it, to get these videos out as quick as possible. But I don't really want to do that. I want to take more time and get better quality videos. So that's going to be something that's going to happen later on with the channel. I've still got a lot of these older videos that I need to actually get out. I've even got some that I recorded all the way back in December. Which has just been trying to fit it into the schedule, because a lot of you guys want different things. Some guys want the military jets and vehicles, other guys want the medieval stuff, some of you guys want the more modern stuff and Star Wars stuff as well. So for every person that says more Star Wars stuff, I've also got another person saying more planes, and another person saying more medieval. So I always try and fit that in every week. I try and get one of those out. So I've built up a stockpile of other older stuff which still hasn't made it out. So the month of April, I'm going to be getting out that content. So it'll be the same as I've been doing before, a lot of content coming out. But we're ready to clear out of that older stuff. So I can start fresh, probably in May, June time will be when I the videos will drop in number, but the quality will go up. Like with my small medieval house, the first one I did. Instead of just teaching you guys how to make the house, which I did in that video, also at the end gave you a load of ideas for how to expand on it, how to add the chimney, how to, the little edits that you can do to it. And that's one thing that I want to do with pretty much as many videos as I can. I don't want to just give you a straight build, this is how you build this. I want to give you, this is how you build this, and this is how you, if you want to expand it, if you wanted to add an extra thing on it, a stable or something like that, this is how to do it. And I think that gives you guys a lot more of an idea, and it allows you guys to expand and learn a lot more than just watching the videos and going over the content. So that's what I'm going to be pushing forwards kind of in the future, kind of after I've cleared down all of this kind of a backlog of tutorials and kind of things like that. The guys that have been following me on Facebook know that I've been working on a new medieval map, and it's absolutely huge. It's called the Isles of Dakr, and I'm planning on, from Season 2 of the Dakr Ages, using that as my main map. So that's going to be interesting. Dakr is obviously, that's still continuing. It's gone on a lot longer than I thought it was going to be going on for Season 1. But what I'm going to try and do is, after I've finished off that series on that map, I'm going to then pull all those builds into the new map, and try and figure out where I can actually fit them in. So they'll still be on there. With that map as well, there will be a server which will be up 24/7, and I'm planning on building on that server. I probably, at the minute, without getting into the bucket stuff, which I'm pretty bad with bucket, I'll have to kind of basically close down the server for all of you guys while I'm recording, and then after it I'll kind of put it on. But I'll probably tweet that out or put it on my Facebook that, you know, my server's going to be down for an hour or 2 hours while I'm recording, just because otherwise there'll be people flying around. When I've got a camera going on recording, if I have people flying around, it kind of gets a bit annoying. So that's the main reason of that. But it means that stuff like when I did the medieval castle, it took me 3 weeks, and a lot of you guys were kind of like, where's the content, where's the content? But with this way of doing it, even if it does take me quite a while to get an episode out, you'll be able to actually see the progress, you'll be able to kind of log in and actually see what's already building up, so you'll be able to see what's going to happen before the actual episode comes out. As well as being able to fly around the entire map, which is huge. You'll get stuck there for, you know, it'll probably take you a good like 40 hours to fly around it. It's pretty massive. And there's going to be a download with that map as well, so that's going to be out for you guys to kind of build your own medieval world. I probably won't put a finished one up because it's probably going to take 2 years probably to finish up that map and populate it with villages and castles and stuff like that. But if you guys are interested in kind of looking at that map, it's on my Facebook. I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can actually have a look at the screenshots that I'm putting up, because basically after I complete each section I'll get some screenshots of what it looks like, so you kind of get a feel for it, as well as the grand scheme of it. The entire map is actually up there on that, so that's going to be pretty cool. One thing that I'm also going to do as well and start to do is basically putting out the big tutorial on a Saturday and then putting out a let's build, you know, Dakr Ages or Dakr City is really difficult, because I'm pretty much pushing myself to the limit. You know, I'm recording a tutorial, and like I was saying before about rushing things, I've started to get that way with both of them. And again, I don't really want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate them. I'm going to have a big tutorial on one Saturday or one weekend. It'll be kind of on a weekend type thing. And then the next one will be the Let's Build. But the Let's Build will be a lot longer. And it'll be a lot more kind of detailed. There'll be a lot more kind of in the actual episodes itself. Another thing that will allow me to do is, when I kind of read the comments of what you guys want to see in the next episode, I'll have a longer amount of time to actually kind of listen to those and take them into account. Because currently, if I upload the video on a Sunday, for example, the Dakr Ages, I already start recording on a Tuesday, so I only get a couple days kind of, you know, of ideas and comments from you guys. I kind of want to have more of that, so I can still start recording on the Tuesday, but because I'm recording a longer episode, I can kind of add in the stuff as it's going on and as I'm getting the comments in. I think that's going to be a more important thing. It'll kind of add a lot more to the channel itself. So that's probably going to happen, but there's not really much I can do about that. It's just time, and otherwise I'll just end up burning myself out again and having to take just a month off, and just that'll be it. I'd rather have, you know, content completely streaming on and continuing on kind of constantly. So that's kind of what I want to do quite a lot. So now let's get on to the kind of frequently asked questions. One of the major ones that I always get is, what texture pack am I using? And I use a couple of different texture packs. I use John Smith Legacy. The actual link for that is currently broken in all of my Dakr Ages videos. I've tried to find a good place for the actual texture pack itself, you know, where it's always been updated. I can't find one, so the link is still broken in those. I'm really hoping they actually get the website up again, because that's an awesome website as well that had different bits of it and also showed you previews of the texture pack. Another one I use as well is Modern HD. That's the one I'm going to start to use for all of my modern stuff, the warships as well, the planes. It's a really good texture pack, and I kind of want to come away from Sphax. Even though it's a good texture pack, I've kind of become a little bit, not really bored with it, but it kind of borders on the medieval stuff and also on the modern stuff. It works for both, but I kind of need for Dakr City a specifically modern texture pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much going to switch to those, and the tutorials will start to switch to those as well. But I'll just have to explain what the blocks are. I'll kind of do that anyway, as well as showing you guys it in default as well for you guys that are on the console, on the PlayStation 3 and also Xbox, and when it comes out Xbox One and the PS4. I'll show you guys what it looks like just in the texture pack that you have as well, so you can kind of decide before, you know, do I want this build, will it work? And I'll try and give switch outs as well. Whenever I switch to the default texture pack, it kind of opens my mind and goes, well, what can I do to make it look better in the default texture pack? So again, that's more of a quality thing. If I was rushing the videos, I wouldn't have time to do that. But if I'm actually taking time, you know, you guys will actually get a more kind of full picture of what you can do with those kind of things. Another question, of course, is why aren't you commenting back anymore? And I kind of explained that again a little bit earlier. Just sheer volume of comments. It'll take me probably 2 to 3 hours a day to go through all the comments. It's just too much time. I think you guys would prefer me to kind of spend more time on the videos rather than just commenting back. I mean, there could be a channel where I just stop doing videos and commenting back, but I kind of want to move forward content-wise as well. So that's the main reason that I've kind of had to stop doing that. Another one that I get is, when are you going to have this build out? You know, one of my builds, I'm still working through that complete list. The list I made in January, it's still taking me forever. It's going to push through. I did build a hell of a lot. So I keep on getting asked, you know, when are you going to do the Antonov 225? When are you going to do the album? You know, and for every single one, every kind of one that I'm still waiting on, I get a couple of comments on it saying, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? And basically, whenever I can. I can't really give an ETA. It will definitely be this year. You know, those are kind of my priority at the minute, is to clear through those, get them done so I can get some new builds. And that kind of brings me on to actually the request vids. So every month I'm going to be posting a request vid like I did with the kind of one last month, just so that I can get an idea of what you guys want. And also inside that kind of request vid, I'm also going to kind of put in a poll as well in the description. So the kind of most voted ones for, well, for all time, I'll put up on Straw Poll, which is a website where I can just set up polls really easily. You can just click on one and that's it. You're done. You've kind of voted on it, and that'll allow me to get an idea of what you guys kind of want to see future-wise. So I can actually start building those now, spending a lot of time making sure I get them right, especially with the ship builds, because they're very, very difficult. The actual sailing ship builds, especially, you've got a lot of detail in them. And also to improve those as well, I want to continue to improve instead of just giving you the same kind of ship style. I always want them to get better and better and better. And also get the tutorials better as well, you know, make them easier to understand and go through. So the kind of big ones at the minute that have been requested are things like the Jackdaw from Assassin's Creed 4. I'm 100% doing that. I've been playing the hell out of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It's an incredible game. The ship is going to be a nightmare for me, but you know, with having it in the game, it's going to be easy for me to model at least, or have a look at it and try and incorporate that into Minecraft. So that's definitely going to be one that's going to be coming. USS Constitution as well, a lot of you guys have been requesting that. That's definitely going to be coming at some point. USS Freedom, that's a really high kind of voted one. That one, definitely going to be doing that. The next one in line is the Nimitz class. The reason I'm not going to be doing a Nimitz class aircraft carrier is because JagThunder, who's a really good friend of mine as well, and a really good YouTuber, he's already got a tutorial on the USS Enterprise, which is actually slightly bigger than the Nimitz class. They're very, very, very similar. So I don't really see too much point in doing something that's been pretty much already done in an incredibly good and well-fashioned way. So if you guys kind of want the Nimitz class, you can always go over to his channel, check out his tutorial for that, for the USS Enterprise, and you can kind of then change it. You know, you can make it into a Nimitz quite easily because it's very similar shapes. I think it was the one before. I think it was the ship that came out before it. It is a beast as well. So that's why I'm not going to be doing some of those. So, you know, I've still had requests that people like JagThunder have done the same kind of ships. For example, the Arleigh Burke. I'll probably do my own version of the Arleigh Burke at some point because it keeps on getting requested a lot. But I'm still not too sure at the minute. So yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. Those are the kind of future things that are going to be coming up. as well, I'm almost getting to 10,000 subscribers, so I'm probably going to end up doing some sort of video for that, or not video, but something for that. I want to do something for that, so I kind of need ideas on that. So far, what I want to do is the Hunger Games style server. I want to have that up and running for kind of 10,000 subscribers, but for that I need you guys' help. I'm terrible with Bucket. I'm really terrible with Bucket. So if any of you guys have some Bucket skills, you know how to set up these things and can help me out. I don't want you to do it for me. I want you to kind of help me actually go on the journey, and there might be something in it for you, possibly like a Steam gift card or something like that. So there might actually be something that you can actually get from it just by helping out me and helping out the channel as well. You can probably also give you a moderator on that server, or give you access to other servers that are in the future. You're going to get immediate access to those. So that would be really cool. As well as on the Dakr map, I need some help with the Bucket stuff on that as well, so that people can fly around without spawning in pigs. Because what happened with the last map, I gave people creative mode, but I made it so that they couldn't. I basically made the spawn area massive, so they'd actually have to travel for about 40 hours in any direction before they could actually build. But it didn't stop people spawning in animals. And I kind of went onto the server and there was about 1 million pigs, which was funny, but at the same time it was kind of annoyed me. So then I had to try and do it in adventure mode, and that you can't fly around and really admire stuff as well. So I kind of need help with the Bucket side of that as well. And again, there'll be stuff that you can actually get, Steam gift cards and stuff like that from me and from the channel to kind of get you onto that. So any Bucket people out there, give me a PM. Just on YouTube, you just go to my channel, go to About, you can do send message, and I'll get that. It's either that or contact me through Facebook, Twitter. I'm not as active on Twitter at all, probably Facebook, and also with private messages I'm the most active too, so if you need to grab me, then that's pretty good. So any of you guys that can help, message me, please, because I'm trying to pick it up and I'm just terrible with that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the update video. There's not too much more to kind of talk about. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying the content. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up in the future. They're going to have loads of these builds, these small builds that won't be as high quality at the minute, just because they've been recorded really quickly, kind of in the past, from December onwards. But after that, new content, really nice content as well, high quality stuff. There will be slightly less videos, but higher quality. That's kind of what I want to get out of this. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that you want answered, I'm actually going to be commenting back to all comments in this video, just specifically because, again, I was saying it's getting too much, but in this video, if you've made it to the end, then amazing. Thank you for supporting me, guys, and I will see you guys on the next video, whatever's going to be coming up. So I'll see you guys in a bit.